And we are live. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of DISANITY. And it's a little bit different tonight. Melissa is not here. It's this guy right over here. Welcome in, everyone, to another episode of DISANITY. And it is special guest week. And we definitely have a very, very special guest with us. None other than one of our partner channels, the one and only Disney Dan. What's up, Dan?
Hey.
Welcome in, pal.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited for another DISANITY episode. We've got a lot to talk about today, and it's so good to see so many amazing people in the chat, and this could be fun. I'm really excited.
We are. We're going to have a good time. First and foremost, let me thank you for Sunday. Dan really held down the fort on his channel with Disney Movie Review. We were at the parks meeting up with like Charlie and Stacy, the Disney Nerd Herders, Jim More Sunshine Please. And I was gonna go live from there, but he's like, no, go ahead, spend time with them. And he was very gracious about it. So Dan, thank you, pal, for holding down the fort.
Okay.
Talking about Splash,
Yeah.
which I am going to talk a little bit about because I do want to kind of put my 2 cents in about that movie. We'll spend about 10 minutes on that.
Yeah.
But let me say, do a little bit of mousekeeping. Of course, Dean over at the Live Place. Check him out, theliveplace.com. Family-friendly streams throughout the week. He is your TV guide of live streamers for sure. He's got over 100. I mean, there's tons. Dan was one of the first one on there, and now he's got tons of company with him. But be sure to check out Dean over at the Live Place. Of course, I have 2 partner channels. This guy right over here. Dan goes live on Thursdays with Disney Nuts. That's on him and Gonzo. Fridays with Disney Food Fridays. Saturdays with Disney Fiasco. And with me on Sundays for Disney Movie Review. He's everywhere. Check him out. And, of course, Steve goes live on Mondays with Just Another Monday Night. Wednesdays with the Disney crew, and Saturdays with me for Sports Night right after Dan's show, Disney Fiasco. Next off, thank you to all of our members. Our members, we are growing each and every day, and thank you all to our members. Your generosity and your loyalty just goes without saying just how wonderful you all are and how blessed we are to have you as dream members, as we like to call them. So thank you. And now let's say hi to everybody in the chat because we got a ton of people here, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Big Disney fan, welcome in. Rachel loves Disney. What's up, Rachel? Addiction Mouse, welcome in. Disney Dan is here. Welcome in, Disney Dan. John Hazelton, what's up, John? Good to see you, buddy. Rhiannon, what's up, Rhiannon? How's Toby? Rhiannon's one of our members. Good to see you, Rhiannon, dear. Hope you're doing well. I feel bad. Rhiannon's probably here to see Melissa. Melissa's not here.
I can act like Melissa if you want me to. I won't do a good job.
No, that's all right. She's one of a kind, dude. Let me tell you. Joey's World's here. What's up, Joey's World? Good to see you. James Ryan's in the house. Another one of our members. What's up, James, buddy? Good to see you. Leanne Sherrick. What's up, Leanne? Hope to see you. Leanne might be down here, I think, soon. Going down to Universal. So, Leanne, I hope you have a great trip when you get down here. Safe travels. And it's good to see you. Caitlin, Make It Blue, a Disney Adventure. Another one of our members. I always say a Disney Vacation.
I know.
So I'm trying to correct myself. Welcome in, Caitlin. Good to see you. Caitlin's also a member. Let's see. Cameron Gleason, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see who else is here. G. Wilson's in the house. What's up, G. Wilson? Good to see you. Walter, my son. What's up, Walt? Good to see you, pal. Love you, pal. Hope you're doing well. We'll talk later. We are in stage 4 restrictions, meaning only permitted emergency workers leave the house. 1 person per day can go to the grocery store, etc. Oh, Rhiannon, I'm sorry to hear that, dear. I hope things get better. Captain Akron 27, welcome to Captain Akron. Andrea Houston's in the house. Andrea, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Andrea is also a member. 91J Loves Disney's in the house. Good to see you. The Philly crew is in the house. And Dan, right now, the Philly crew are en route to Walt Disney World. They are driving down all the way from from Mass. I think it's Massachusetts, and they're on their way down right now.
I saw the drive by the Washington Monument on the way down. Oh,
that's right. You were on the stream. Yep. And the Washington Monument, Dan, where I used to live in Maryland, is literally 30 minutes from where I lived. We were that close. Yep. Yeah. So Ron and Meredith, safe travels. Hope to see you guys soon. And, of course, they're one of our members as well. Let's see who else we have here. Alex, the filmmaker. Alex changed his name again. Alex, good to see you. Alex Brunner. Let's see who else is here. Tina McNeil. Tina, another one of our members. Welcome in, Tina. T. Marie Photography, another member. Good to see you, Tina. Wow, we got a ton of people in here, Dan. Let's see who else is here. Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hey,
Brian Eisenhart. Brian, I did get your message, and I'm actually going to text you. I'm going to send you a message back about what you sent me a message on, buddy, because we got something coming up. And he's another one of our members. Brian, good to see you, pal. Karen Cook, what's up, Karen? Karen, good to see you. Karen's such a nice person. We had dinner with her and James. They were fantastic. I think we're caught up, Dan. No, Rob Fuzz. What's up, Rob? What's going on, Rob? Good to see you. Russ Stapleton. Russ, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, Russ, another one of our members. Russ, great to see you, pal. And Super Disney fans here, another one of our members. Good to see you. Saria's in the house. Saria Myers. Oh, my gosh, Saria, we haven't seen you in a while, dear. I hope you got your T-shirt. Saria's another one of our members. I had down. She's coming down in 18 days. That's awesome. Good for you. Dougie's in the house. Dougie's here.
Oh gosh.
Dougie's in the house, everybody. Welcome in, Dougie. Good to see you, buddy. Another member. Saria's a member as well. Oh my gosh, I think we got all our members here tonight.
Woo.
Candy Mom 15, Cynthia, another
Cynthia.
one of our members. And Candy Mom was our first member. Cynthia was our very first member.
We got some amazing people here today.
Dude, we got a ton of people in here right now. I think we are caught up. Looks like everybody else is here. Yep. Noah's in the house. What's up, Noah? Good to see you, pal. All right. So we are up to date. So very quickly, Dan, I got it yesterday. Good. So Saria got her T-shirt. Yay. Our members, if you were our highest tier membership after your 3-month membership, you got a Mouse Talk T-shirt. So that's awesome. That's great. Congratulations to those members for sure. But it's good to see everybody. Craig's Robotics is here as well. Craig's Robotics, welcome in. I don't know if you were here earlier and I said it. Kay Atwood as well. Kay, I don't know if I said hi to you. Did I say hi to Kay? Dan,
she just popped in. She just popped in.
Okay, all right. Good to see you too, Kay. Nathan Rita, welcome in. Nathan, good to see you as well, buddy. We got 34 watching already with 33 likes. We're on fire, Dan.
I'm on fire.
Yes, I think it's because you're here, buddy, for sure. Yeah, you're bringing in the crowd. That's what it is, for sure.
It's because everyone came here to see Melissa, and it's like that Muppets, thing from Muppet Vision 3D. It's like we invited distinguished scientists from all over the world who came here, but unfortunately, none of them showed up.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that burp was just sponsored by D&G Explorers, by the way. Everybody, I'm sorry. All right, so Dan,
keep it together. Come on.
I know I can't keep it together. I came here to see Melissa and talk snacks. Rhiannon said. Rhiannon, I'm going to try to get her on the chat at least, for sure. Dan and Walt, it makes up for a solo Disney movie review. Yes, that's true. And actually, Caitlin, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Let's get started on that.
So Dan,
yes, segue for sure. So Dan did a great job talking about the movie, and I'm just going to very briefly kind of give a couple of my thoughts about Splash. I've seen Splash several times. It's one of Tom Hanks's first real big movies for him. It was kind of the one that put him on the map. It's a fun movie. John Candy's very funny in it. Eugene Levy, I think, kind of steals the show. In my opinion, he's I like Tom Hanks in this. I love Daryl Hannah in this. She's very pretty. She looks fantastic. She does a really good job.
Yeah.
But I think Eugene Levy and it really kind of steals the movie for me. And John Candy in the limited role, because he's limited in this. He's definitely a supporting character in this movie.
Yeah.
Does a really good job. I like the story it told. Captain Akron says he gave it a C-. I'm going to give it a C+. I know Dan gave it a C.
So, I gave it the same grade as Sky High. And I would say I enjoyed Sky High a little bit more. It was a bit more fast-paced. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, I felt quite choppy. This film was very sort of scene. There was sort of a bit of continuity and some of the sort of the things about her going back to the water. She's only allowed for like 6 days. The sort of side plot which didn't really go anywhere. That kind of bugged me a lot. Right. So I think the writing was very 80s.
It was okay.
It was very 80s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why No offense to people from the 80s, but it was fine. Like it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was good. Welcome in, Avery, the Cuban American buddy. Good to see you. Part of that movie I think is so funny is when he's in that little boat with the heavyset guy, and they're going over it, and the boat conks out, and he swims back, and he goes, "I'm going back to get the little boat," and he goes, "The little boat." And he's in this real little boat.
I just love Tom Hanks' look when he sees this big guy start swimming and realizing that if this guy can swim, how come I can't swim?
So funny.
There was some great moments in this. I think, like you said, Eugene Levy's character was very eccentric, very over the top, which I actually quite liked. It was very good. You know, if you don't know Eugene Levy, he's mostly known for his American Pie sort of comedies and that kind of stuff.
But he did Armed and Dangerous with John Candy as well, which is a really funny movie. He's been in several different things. He's funny. He really is. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. But I did want to touch on, and so C+ for me. And in 2 weeks, because we're not doing it this week because Dan's away, next Sunday on my channel, we'll be talking Tangled. Yeah.
I'm very excited. You know what was funny? When I was doing the picking, I was like, I really want to do an animated film because we did Sky High, George of the Jungle.
Yeah, you said that.
We did Avengers. I was like, I really want to do an animated film. And I was really happy that we pulled out Tangled, and it's a great movie, and I look forward to rewatching it. And then we're going to discuss that in 2 weeks' time on your channel.
I'll tell you this much. You know how many times I've seen Tangled? Once.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't because I didn't like it. I really enjoyed it, but I've just never gone back.
It's one of those films that's really great, but sometimes the rewatchability is not so high, which we'll talk about for sure.
We'll talk about that then. But tonight we are going to talk about, kind of segueing in from that too, talking about Tangled and animated films. There's been some Disney news lately and I've seen it firsthand. Over at Hollywood Studios, there's a lot going on right now with the parks being, at lower capacity, and Disney's, money is tight, I guess I'll say, for Disney's standards.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Disney's been making their cuts here and there. They've gone away with Rivers of Light is gone, Primeval World is gone, Stitch's Great Escape has finally been given the axe officially. And now there's been rumor, and I want everybody in the chat, I want your opinion. Pamela Hoffman, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Surya says, let's be honest, the 80s had a ton of C- movies that we're secretly still watching today and won't admit. I agree with that.
Terminator?
Let me just say this on Terminator. But that movie was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Okay? That movie was groundbreaking. It really was. It's the movie that put James Cameron on the map. Because that was well before Titanic. That's the movie that put that man on the map and really took Arnold to the next level as the superstar movie star. Terminator for sure.
Melissa's here.
Hey, Melissa!
It says T2. And I'm like, yes. T2.
Best. Oh my gosh.
Best action film I think ever.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. What was I talking about before we talked about Terminator?
The
Voyage of the Little Mermaid. So there's been rumor, and Dougie's kind of already. I'm sorry, Dougie. I have to say it, buddy. He says he's going to cry. There's been some strong rumors the fact that the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the stage show that they have over in the Animation Courtyard, there's a very strong possibility that this will not be reopening. They have not officially confirmed it yet, but I've been to Hollywood Studios twice now since, and it has not reopened. And usually they'll put on the ground the social distancing stickers.
Yeah.
If something is imminent on opening, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
That worries me. Welcome in, Charlie and Stacy, the Disney Nerd Herders.
Thank the Phoenicians, Charlie and Stacy.
Thank the Phoenicians. Man, we've been spending a lot of time with them the last few days, and it's just been absolutely a blessing. They're fantastic. Charlie and Stacy are so wonderful. Avery and Sophie are fantastic as well. We've been having such a great time with them. Had to say that, but they've been just fantastic. Good to see you guys. But Dan, what do you think of this? Do you think this is a strong rumor that's going to become reality?
I think for quite some time that show was on borrowed time. Now, for all you people who think I'm a Little Mermaid hater, I actually love Little Mermaid, and I love the attraction at Magic Kingdom. That's a ride I can ride over and over and over again. But this show was on borrowed time for so long. It was very outdated. It was very compared to a lot of the stage shows, not that have come recently, but even ones that came out a couple of years after this show, and it's just still there's something about it that just didn't quite work. The gigantic Ursula sort of puppet suit thing looks more like Hades from Hercules than it does Ursula. I'm just going to put it out there. It's true. But I just wasn't a fan of it. I think it was very... It felt like I was going to an indie show. Like, it felt like I was going to somewhere off Broadway. And I just did not... I don't know. And you know what's really funny is when I went as a child, that was the one thing I always wanted to go to see as a child. I wanted to get a fast pass for it for some reason over things like the Great Movie Ride. 'Cause, when I was young, I didn't really know a lot about sort of older films like Casablanca or anything. I knew about The Little Mermaid. I was like, oh, I'm going to, give this a try as a child. But we never ended up doing it. But now once I saw it a couple of years ago, I'm just like, yeah, I can see how this has been on. Look, if you thought Journey into Imagination is on borrowed time, Voyage of the Little Mermaid has been on way longer. I'm going to say it right now.
Well, I'll say this. Barefoot RV Life, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Russ says, I actually never saw the show live. I saw videos and didn't really care to see it. I thought it was outdated a long time ago, unfortunately. I know people liked it, but not my thing. So here's my opinion on this. A couple other people came in. Faith, Hope, and Disney, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I actually like this show. Right. I know there are parts of it that are dated. The video part of it, Dan, man, does that need to be updated. Big time does that need to be updated. But the puppeteer part of it and the live action part of it, I actually enjoy that part of it. The Ursula, that was what we first knew before we got the ride over at Magic Kingdom. I really enjoyed that animatronic or whatever you want to call it. I thought it was like, wow, look at the size of her. That said, we don't need 2 Little Mermaid attractions.
No.
We have one at Magic Kingdom, and now we have this one. This one, as much as I don't want to see it go, because I actually like having the old-time stuff sometimes, it kind of gives me a nod back to the way things used to be, and I like that. Yeah,
I mean, look, here's the thing. It's not a bad show at all. It really isn't. It's very well done. But I think time hasn't been too kind to it. I think it does look very dated.
It does.
And I think it could have been updated a couple of years ago and made it sort of more like, you look at something like Finding Nemo the musical or the Be Our Guest show. Even though those have been going on for so long, they've still been updated and look different since it started. Even Festival of the Lion King. Whereas I feel like this show has just been left as it is since it opened, and I feel like the seats feel like I'm going to see a movie. It's they're quite sort of dark and nothing sort of, not a lot of theming. It just, I don't know. I just wasn't. It was a one and done, which I think a lot of people have said in the chat. I'll go see it once. I don't think I've seen it once. I'm not going to see it again. So.
Gotcha. Well, I think Saria makes a good point. They could make it something along the lines of sing-along. There are a lot of great songs in The Little Mermaid that are sing-along worthy for sure. They could definitely do that. Donna Jaworski, welcome in, Donna. Good to see you, dear. Wonderful, Donna. Donna, it's always good to see you. We miss seeing you. Hope you're doing well. That's a good idea. I think Saria makes a good point there. You could definitely do that. Dixie Mouse says, daughter will be devastated. She loves that show. She just didn't like the musty smell of the theater. That's because it's dated for sure. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was a way for us to get out of the heat and humidity. It's a quick little show. Obviously, it was there before the other Little Mermaid. But I think you're right. I think the days, if they're not already numbered, it's on its way out the door.
Yeah, I think its days are numbered.
Yeah. Shelly Starwalker, welcome in, Shelly. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We have over 40 people in here right now. 41 watching. Thank you all for being here. And they're all here to see you, Dan. That's why they're here. Absolutely.
See you.
No, not at all. Russ Stapleton says Hollywood Studio already has so many stage shows. Fantasmic, Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Indie, Disney Junior, Mickey Shorts, and Little Mermaid. I think it needs to be something else, in my opinion. They do have a lot of shows over at Hollywood Studios for sure. But I'll be honest with you, Russ, and we're going to get into this. This is kind of going to segue into our next part of this. Unless they change the entire Animation Courtyard, whatever's going in there is going to be another show. it's not a big enough space to be anything else unless you just reimagine the entire area, which, by the way, we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I made notes.
Yep, good. Somebody else, the Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in. Rising Moons, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's kind of, Saria says, it's not a big area though, so what could they do? Well, we're going to touch on that because I actually think the area is bigger than we think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of areas behind it. And when my turn comes, I'll kind of give you, and we might even be on the same page, Dan, but I have an idea of how I want this area to go. Because I want the entire thing refurbed, reimagined, all of it. It's all going to go. But I'll tell you what I think it should be reimagined too. But Dan, I want you to go first. What do you think we should do with Animation Courtyard? Leave as is, or?
So I've got like a couple of different ideas. I'm going to go with the first one. Now, the whole area is called Animation Courtyard, and for me, this is an Animation Courtyard. You got the Little Mermaid show, which is more like a musical show, which, based around an animation film. I get that. They have the Disney Junior live on stage, which, it's more Disney Channel Junior, which I don't think shows what animation can really be from these shows. And you have Star Wars, which, say what it is, it's not animation. You do have your Clone Wars and Rebels, which they're good shows, but then Star Wars is not known for its animation.
Well, no, not at all. No. But they do have some really good animated shows. Clone Wars is a very good show.
They do. It's a very good show.
And Rebels is good.
But when you think Star Wars, not really. And also,
no, you don't.
You've got Galaxy's Edge right there. So rip out Star Wars, the launch bay. Rip out launch bay. I think you can easily take out launch bay. You don't need it. It doesn't make sense to have one Star Wars themed area and then a building on the other side of the park. I just don't think it works.
No, it doesn't work.
What I think Hollywood Studios is really missing right now, because you have your Toy Story Land and Pixar and Incredibles area there. You have your Star Wars, your Indiana Jones, your sort of Hollywood Boulevard with your Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster. That's more for theming of Hollywood. You don't have anything dedicated to animation. Now, go with me here. We're going to bring back the animation studio.
Okay.
That was there before, but we're going to change it up. This is going to be a celebration of the last 20 years of animation. And because I feel like kids 10 years ago, when the animation studio was there, they were all about their, Incredibles and their Beauty and the Beast and their Monsters Inc. and all that. I want sort of area and animation dedicated to films like Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, and obviously Frozen is literally right around the corner. Princess and the Frog, I would say that is a really intriguing one, because that is when they went back to hand-drawn animation. And you can tie that in with hand-drawn to computer-generated, and you can kind of build that interest back. And I would center this animation, I'm linking it both together, this whole animation around the evolution of Mickey. And I would think Mickey is sort of the representative of this small animation courtyard, and how he started from Steamboat Willie and Plane Crazy to where he is now and his journey.
Yeah.
So that's my first thought. And obviously you have One Man's Dream, or Walt Disney Presents Mickey's Runaway Railway. And I think having that animation courtyard dedicated to Mickey and the gang fits in with, the Chinese theater and One Man's Dream next to it. And that's what I would do first.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring up a map of Hollywood Studios. Okay. So that we can get a look at this, and I'm going to pull it up for everybody to see. So I definitely agree with you. I think the entire area needs to be reimagined. Okay.
Yeah.
But I've got a little bit of a different idea of how I want to do this. So I'm going to try to bring up a map, see if we can get a map.
I've got more ideas as well. So
yes, exactly.
So
we'll touch for sure, because there's a lot to touch on. Trying to get just a copy of the map itself, which I don't think I can. Well, anyway, while I'm trying to pull that up, and Dan, if you can get one, let me know. But I'm trying to get it to pull up a map here. I think I want the area to be Monsters Incorporated.
Ooh,
Okay,
and
I know a lot of people are like, no, we don't need another Pixar area there. Blah 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 blah. But here's my reasoning behind it. Basically, what I'm looking to do is I'm trying to see how close to being connected to Hollywood Studios Rock and Roller Coaster is. If you come around the back end, does it connect to Animation Courtyard back there? Can you get to it from back there? And then you could use that backstage area and bring it all the way around and take and make Animation Courtyard and expand it all the way around to where Rock and Roller Coaster is and make that whole area a Toy Story or Pixar area or a Monsters Incorporated Monstropolis. And Rock and Roller Coaster can become that door roller coaster that we wanted for Monsters Incorporated. That's where I was. All right, let me see if I can pull that up.
there you go.
All right, so right here. So I don't know if I can, and hopefully everybody in the chat. Hey, Ray J, welcome in. Good to see you. And Tori Camilla, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here. Again, I don't know if anybody can see this or not, but on this map, Dan, where is Animation Courtyard?
So Animation Courtyard is here where my mouse is.
Okay, so where's Rock and Roller Coaster? Right
so
back
Rock
here.
Rock and Roller Coaster is down here.
Perfect. See it? I'm telling you. See all that backstage? You could connect that area right there and make that entire area right there. And even if you have to take some of this out, you could make all of this a Monstropolis and make that the e-ticket ride and add another one, and it would work.
So the Toy Story restaurant, the new Toy Story restaurant, is going to be here, which still gives you all
a connection.
This room.
Yeah, a connection.
This room to play with. And actually, there is actually a lot of room back there. There is a huge...
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a lot of sort of backstage area, because a lot of the backstage area is more on this side and up this way. So most of it actually, this area is quite open. So they could easily open up down here with Sunset Boulevard, and they can open up here with Toy Story Land and an Animation Courtyard.
Yeah, so, I agree. I mean, that's my opinion. That's how I see it. I like that. I think that would work, but that's just me. I'm going to pull one up as well. But you see what I'm saying? And everybody in the chat, let me know what you think. I think that's where the security is relocated right now, I think. And that's fine, Caitlin. I get that. But you could always relocate you can do that. The security can be moved. But that's just my opinion.
Yep.
Detroit Disney Duo, welcome in. Another one of our members. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. So that was my idea. That was one of my ideas. I have another one too, but I like the idea of a Monstropolis. I think Monsters Incorporate, and you could bring Laugh Floor over and then take that area and put something else over there at Magic Kingdom. And I think it works, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm on a similar sort of wavelength with Pixar. I think Pixar is certainly something that can link with Toy Story Land. I would love to see that sort of Monsters Inc. area over here, and then sort of go into A Bug's Life, and then sort of go into Toy Story, because you're going to that size of an ant, size of a toy kind of thing. I like that sort of transition. So you kind of have this whole area sort of dedicated to Pixar, which is quite a great idea. It may not look like a lot in Animation Courtyard, but if these buildings are huge, if you didn't realize, the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the Star Wars Launch Bay, as well as the Disney Junior Live on Stage, they are big buildings. They are huge. They're bigger than a lot of the others buildings out there. So yeah, Disney.
Pamela says Dan and Walt Disney World's new Imagineers.
Yeah, why not?
Kay makes a very good point. But the problem is the location of where it is. But I get her point. She said, okay, let's leave Launch Bay and trash Indiana Jones Stunt Show. I'd be okay moving Launch Bay. There needs to be a place for the older Star Wars characters. 100% agree. And it's the only reason why I want Launch Bay to stay around is because that's the only link to the old characters. You won't ever see the old characters, Luke, Vader, Leia, Han Solo, in Galaxy's Edge, because that's not where they want them.
So I think having Launch Bay is great. I think where Launch Bay is where it needs to go. So I would take Launch Bay from this location and put it right across from Star Tours. That makes more sense because Star Tours is not in Galaxy's Edge. It's its own entity. And I feel like Star Tours can go to here where the speeder bike is and where the Olaf meet and greet currently is.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna bring something up. Hold on 1 second.
And
so here we go. So I don't know if anybody can see this. Somebody said to bring up Google Maps, and it's a good idea. Dan, can you see that?
I can see it.
Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit closer. I don't know. It's further out. So I don't know how close you guys can see this. But here's this right here. There you go. So there's the main area there, right?
You know, that is the biggest hidden Mickey right there.
Yep. Yeah.
There you go. Fun fact for everybody.
I see it. I see it.
Go.
But here's Toy Story Land, and then you've got all this backstage area back here. All this.
There's a lot of room back there. There's a lot of room. And guys, Hollywood Studios is not a big park. There is so much room that they can easily put a lot of stuff in.
Yeah. So just an idea. I mean, you definitely have all of this back here could go away. Yep. All of this. You know, they could do stuff with that if they had to. And it would be possible is all I'm basically getting at. But again,
but no, I would move Launch Bay to where the Olaf meet and greet is and where the old WDW radio building used to be, opposite Star Tours, because that makes more sense to have Launch Bay there. I would keep Indiana Jones. I know that's a bit of a controversial pick. People are going to say that that's dated, but I think that's the only real sort of last proper Hollywood Studios experience you're going to get at Hollywood Studios.
That's true.
And
Amy, welcome in. Yep. Amy, welcome in. AJC Magic TV. I'm sorry. And Pete McDevitt's here. What's up, Pete? Good to see you, buddy. And Cricket Fox, all the way from
Cricket Fox
down in Australia. Rhiannon and Cricket Fox, both from Australia. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm sorry, Dan. Didn't mean to cut you off there, buddy.
No, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff you can do. I think indie has to stay because we need some indie presence in Disney World. I think we have to.
I got you. Leanne, have a good night. She says, signing off, guys. Got to go make dinner number 2 for the rest of the fam. Love y'all. Love you too. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. We have almost 50 people watching right now, Dan. That's fantastic. Thank you all for being here. But now you had a second idea of what you wanted to do with this area back there. What might else we do?
Okay, so you're going to have to bear with me with this one.
Okay.
So we're going to completely rip out Animation Courtyard.
All right, hold on.
Completely rip it out. All 3 buildings are...
All right, so here's Animation Courtyard right here, Dan. We're literally right there.
Okay, so you're going to rip out Animation Courtyard completely. Take it all out. Take here. All 3 buildings out.
So 1, 2, and 3, right?
And we're going to make one big building. And it's going to be about, pretty much put all 3 buildings together. And that'll be the size of this building. Okay. Now, what are we missing at Disney's Hollywood Studios? We've got simulated rides. We have roller coasters. We have shows.
Dark rides.
Right. Apart from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Which is fantastic. Richard! What's up? I'm sorry. Richard stopped in. What's up, Richard, the legend, R. Johns? Welcome in, buddy.
Well, speaking of which, that's what the ride was going to be dedicated to. No, we are missing dark rides.
We are.
We are missing dark rides. And I would do a dark ride dedicated. Now, this isn't so much like the Great Movie Ride, but it's kind of a big sort of show building dedicated to Marvel. Bear with me.
I'm bearing.
But it's not
bearing to the right.
But it's not what you may think. Okay. So yes, obviously a lot of it's going to be involved in the MCU. It's going to be similar to Star Wars Launch Bay, but you're going to have a dark ride. And you are going to be on the side of the villains. More specifically, you're going to be on the side of Loki.
Okay.
Loki is a very popular character, and he's pretty much going to be sort of taking you undercover through the Avengers campus, through the Avengers Tower, through New York, throwing some sort of Easter eggs in there. You might encounter someone like Howard the Duck, or the Guardians, or Heimdall. And look, if you're bringing in Pixar, you're bringing in Star Wars, I think there needs to be a Marvel presence at Disney's Hollywood Studios. If this is the way that, Hollywood Studios is going, where they're going to be very IP heavy, which I think it always has been, I think this needs to happen. There's plenty of room. I would have a dark ride dedicated to Loki. It's very controversial, but I think it makes it work.
Well, it's not even, let me just say this. It's not that I think it's controversial as much as I don't even know that it's possible with all the restrictions that they have with the east of the Mississippi issue.
Now this is dream imagineering.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so yeah, all right.
As soon as the east of the Mississippi River contract thing is out the way and we can get X-Men and, we could bring the Hulk roller coaster, which I know you'd love, into Disney's Hollywood Studios. That'd be amazing. Yeah. I would have sort of not set pieces, but sort of when you go on the dark ride, you would go to iconic moments of the MCU's history. So when Cap becomes Captain America, or when Iron Man builds all his suits, or go into Asgard, I could just imagine myself sort of the show building opening up, and you're on the river. You're on the Rainbow Bridge and you see Asgard in front of you. That's kind of the way I'm going with it. Going to Wakanda, going to Queens, New York to see Spidey. I mean, you could throw in a bit of X-Men Mansion in there. But obviously, that's kind of like the dream of where I was going with it. That's just me fanboying a bit about Marvel and how sort of I could see it in the next 10, 20 years down the line of what's going to happen. Whether it will be an Animation Courtyard, I don't know. But if that's a place that needs to go, that can go, and I can put a Marvel area right there.
That works. I agree. I think that would be fan. If we didn't have the east of the Mississippi issue, I'm with you 110%. Some sort of Marvel presence. Because to be honest with you, it doesn't fit in any other park. When that day comes, you can't put it anywhere else unless you're putting Wakanda in Animal Kingdom.
Which is what I was going to say. I wish they ripped out Rafiki's Planet Watch. You take that train through to Wakanda and it opens up into Wakanda. That would be amazing.
I agree. Jonathan Chong, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. I agree 100%. That would work so well over there. That's anything non-Wakanda only works at Hollywood Studios. You can't put it at Magic Kingdom.
No.
I mean, I don't think you can. I really can't see it there. It does not fit at all at Epcot unless you're going to do it in Future World.
Well, Guardians is going there.
Right, so, that's true. Right, Guardians is going there.
That is more Peter Quill going to Epcot, though. That's kind of the storyline.
True.
Which I find quite weird, but go for it.
I know. I'm with you. Yeah. Kay says she's okay with Wakanda and Animal Kingdom. So for me, if I'm going to do something else with this area, I think everybody is going along with me here. I don't think this fits over at Animal Kingdom. You would think it does, but Joe Rody said he never wants it there. Zootopia. Yeah. I think Downscale, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. He says the train to Planet Watch would make a lot of sense to go to Zootopia, just as Judy did a train there. Yeah, she did. I agree.
I like that.
Yep, I like that too. I think that's a great idea as well, Downscale. I think Zootopia works in either one of these two parks. I could see that for sure because she does take a train to go over there. But I could see Zootopia working here too. And
I could see it too.
Yeah, you really could. You could definitely do it here. I think it would be a lot of fun because it is kind of like a city atmosphere that she goes into. That's what it is. She's going to the big city. You can make it like a big city right there. And I think it would work. Different types of attractions. You could have a restaurant in there that could be a lot of fun. Tons of meet and greets. They could have, they could do all kinds of different things with that. And I agree. I think I want a dark ride in here, Dan. No matter what they put in here.
It needs a dark ride, I think.
Yeah, I mean, all the other parks have dark rides. I mean, even Animal Kingdom, technically, well, I guess. I mean, Dinosaur kind of,
Navi
but
River Journey.
yeah, I mean, it's a dark ride. There's a boat ride, but it's a dark ride for
So it's
sure.
I
Yeah.
I along the same lines as Zootopia. I think Big Hero 6 would make a very good land there, considering that the Baymax meet and greet area is gone in Epcot. I can see San Francisco in Disney's Hollywood Studios. I can see them sort of having that Baymax and Hero meet and greet. You go to Fred's mansion where you got that secret Stanley sort of secret base area. You've got the labs, you got Tadashi, and
Hmm.
I mean, with all these modern films, Wreck-It Ralph, I think would be quite good too. Zootopia for sure, I like a lot because I love that movie. I think we can find a lot of stuff, like a lot of. I think it just brings that sort of modern Disney because you have that Beauty and the Beast show that's more dedicated to the '90s kids, like like us and people who grew up with that movie.
Hmm.
I think we
Yep.
need something new for the new kids, the new generation, and I
Yeah.
think something like Zootopia or Wreck-It Ralph or Big Hero 6 would work quite well. I think.
I agree. And Faith, Hope, and Disney, yes, I agree. I really like the fact that he's wanting to keep Animal Kingdom very organic and authentic as well. I do. I agree. But I am going to steal from James Ryan because I think he makes a really good point. Another thing that could go over here really, really well is a villains area.
Yeah.
They could make the entire area strictly villains, and you could pick 4 or 5. You could do 2 or 3 major villains and make dark rides for them. You could do a roller coaster where it looks like you're going, where you're being attacked by the villains or something like that. You could have a restaurant, which would be really neat, where you could have like the poison apple as dessert and
Ursula's edibles.
yes, exactly, something along those lines, or Hades hot tamales, or I don't know, who knows. But a villains area, I think James hit on something there. A villains area would be, people would absolutely go bonkers for a villains area. They really would. I think they would love it.
See, so a couple of years, this must have been about 10 years ago, there was an event at Epcot called Reflections of Villain or Reflections of something. 13, something to do with the number 13, Reflections of Villains or something.
Okay.
And it was all dedicated to the villains. Like there was exclusive merch and food and sorts of creative ideas that they did. And I think that would work so well at a even as a 5th gate. I think
that's what Captain Akron just said. You're right, Dan. There you go.
You could have Maleficent's castle as the main castle. You could have Frollo's cathedral from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You could have Hades' underworld. You can there's so much that you can talk. Even just having this small animation courtyard, I feel like there's so much you can do. And imagination is that there's no limit to what you can do with things. Look, everyone loves a villain, unless it's Slattery from Iron Man 3. But there's a lot of great stuff that you can add there.
I think it's a good idea. I think you could really take a villains area and do something with it. Now, will they? I don't know. But they could do it.
Now, what would you feel? Now, I really miss the Great Movie Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Would you put the Great Movie Ride there?
No. Here's why. I think that personally, for a 5th gate myself, I want a 5th gate to be almost like Magic Kingdom with hub and spoke. Okay, right. I want a hub and 5 spokes, and the different spokes are going to be different things. And one of the 5 spokes is a retro land where we have 3 or 4 rides where they bring back old rides, and it's called. You know what you can call the land? Yesteryear.
Yesteryear.
That's it. That's what it's called. It's called Yesteryear, and they have 3 or 4 of the biggest rides that they've gotten rid of, most popular. Put them in there. Bring back the old costumes they used to use, right?
Yep.
for those rides and bring back some old characters and stuff like that of what they used to use for old characters if they wanted to, and call it yesteryear, and I would want it there. What about you?
No, I really love that idea. I would love to see the return of things like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Snow White's Scary Adventures, Mistletoe's Wild Ride, Horizon. I'd love to see Horizons for the first time. Go on, the Great Movie Ride one more time. I would have maybe the Universe of Energy or the original Journey into Imagination. Yeah, I mean, there's so many that you could put in there that could easily Maelstrom for all you Maelstrom lovers, which I still don't get that argument, but that's a stream for another day. I love that idea. I mean, look, Great Movie Ride. I mean, my heart and soul, I wish it was still there at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I think it's something I really miss. But if I could have it in another park, I'd take it all day.
Yep.
I would take it all day.
Yeah. But with that fifth gate, again, you could have a yesteryear, you could have a villains area. There just could be things they could do. They could have a Marvel area. They could really make it a kind of a potpourri of different things in that park, where it hits a lot of different chords with people. That's just my opinion. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I would love to see that. I'd love to see. Well, I don't know what they would do with a fifth park. As long as they got good restaurants, that's the main thing. But with the Animation Courtyard, I think what Hollywood Studios really needs is a great restaurant. And look, you got Brown Derby, which I've never actually eaten at. 50s prime time for me, I think, is the best. Sit down. I think the fried chicken is amazing, and get the peanut butter jelly shake. Hollywood and Vine, I would never ever go to. Sci-Fi Dining always just lets me down every single time. Mama Melrose, I really like. It's not going to be the best restaurant in the world, but for what it is, and if you can get that VIP ticket with your dining plan, it's amazing. It's so worth it. But they need a outstanding restaurant, and I would put it in that Animation Courtyard. Look, you got Magic Kingdom, which has some really great restaurants. Epcot and Animal Kingdom, they're cream of the crop right there in terms of restaurants.
They are.
Really,
they're cream of the crop.
And I would love to see maybe not a 50s prime time restaurant, but something dedicated surrounding the movies, and not like Planet Hollywood or Hard Rock Cafe or something like that. I would have sort of themed area of restaurants. It doesn't have to be Disney related. It can be Disney now owns 20th Century Fox. You can have a Predator, themed dining experience, or a Simpsons, or down the street, or you could have, I don't know, there's so many things that you can do with that. Marvel, or they could build a shawarma place from Marvel. I think there's so much that they can do with that. I think they desperately need more options for dining there.
Yeah. I mean, they really need to. Well, that's one of the things they could put in the Animation Courtyard. When they rethemed it, they could put in a really good restaurant there. That'd be a nice area. I mean, because even when the Animation Courtyard is open and Star Wars Launch Bay is open, it's still not that crowded back there. People tend to bypass it. It's not overly crowded. At least I never thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I never felt cramped back in that area. It was an area where we would go into Star Wars Launch Bay for a minute or two to see what the lines were like to see Chewie or Darth Vader. And then after that, we were done, especially if the Voyage of the Little Mermaid show just started. We weren't going to wait the 15 minutes or 20 minutes for it, so we weren't back there that long. They need to revamp that whole area. I'm sorry, they just do.
I totally agree. I think it's very outdated. Look, they even, updated the sign on the archway.
Yeah.
So, look, as long as they put Admiral Snap Bar and Brew Barkers in to Galaxy's Edge, that's the main thing, isn't it?
That's fantastic. I know. I still don't understand why they haven't done that. And it could be for Admiral Snack Bar, it's a snack, and you could go, it's a snack.
It's a snack.
It's a snack.
And Brew Barkers can be blended. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because people will be put off their dinner.
Oh my god, that is so
rotisserie pork, anyone?
Yeah. Now, Caitlin says, "What about the Greatest Showman restaurant would be so creative for theming? Is that Disney?"
Well, they now own 20th Century Fox, which comes under it, which I think would be quite good. But
Okay.
what I would do, I think would be even better, would have similar something to like Cirque du Soleil, but have it Greatest Showman themed.
They could do that.
That's what I would. That's how I see it.
Yeah, they could do that too.
Because that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they could do that. They could do that as well.
I can't see it going there though.
I'm trying to think of what other big IPs Disney now owns with owning 20th Century Fox.
Alien and Predator.
I don't know that you're necessarily going to get those types of things. You're not going to get them at the parks. I mean,
no way. Ice Age.
Now, Ice Age would be neat. Ice Age, I could see. They could make that an Ice Age area back there for the kids, because there's really not a lot for the little ones.
I just don't see. Look, the first Ice Age film was good, but I think it wasn't a smash hit like I think people thought it was going to be.
Correct. Although, I don't know. I thought the first one was. Now, the
first one was good.
Yeah, the first one was really good. I enjoyed the first one a lot.
The thing is, I only liked Ice Age because of the squirrel, and I think that's most people's favorite characters from that.
Well, see, I really liked the sloth. Man, John Leguizamo, Sid
the sloth.
He was so funny. John Leguizamo was so funny. Ray Romano, they were all good in the first one. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I really did. And I'm not usually big into animation that's not Disney, but I really enjoyed Ice Age, the first one. But they went downhill quickly.
What about what? Oh, I thought of it. What about a George of the Jungle themed area?
No.
Splash.
Dan,
Splash.
See, now I'm gonna have to kick you off the stream now. Oh my gosh.
We'll bring Melissa in. Which is what everyone's been. I'm like the warm-up act before Melissa gets here. Have you seen that Phantasmic thing that's got, that guy who works at Phantasmic who like sings into like the lightsaber and goes all out to the dancing and everything?
No.
You need to watch it. It's great. And you actually can see him at Phantasmic. And he's like full on energetic. I'm just like, I feel like I'm him before Melissa is like the big Phantasmic act. I'm just like the warm-up guy.
I'll have to look at the only thing I ever saw from Phantasmic is when Dopey falls on top of.
I was there.
Goofy.
I was there. I was at that show.
No, you weren't. Were you really?
Know. It was during my college. It was during my college program. It was the third to last day before I left. It was in August. It was like August 9th. No, something like that. I was there. And you know what I find really ironic is that the two most clumsiest characters actually, come together, Dopey and Goofy.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I no shadow of a lie. I was actually there.
I hate to say it, and it's I know everybody's going to think I'm cruel. If you ever need a pick me up, it's so funny.
I'm not going to lie to you. When we were there. This was kind of the reaction of the crowd. I was just like, start laughing. Oh.
Look, I wouldn't have laughed if somebody was hurt from it, but they seemed like they were okay.
It's just the fact it was those two characters out of all characters, the two most clumsy.
But the best part about it is watching Snow White's reaction when Dopey fell through. I'm sorry, everybody. It's not funny. It is, but it's not.
Oh, watch it.
Nacho Mujica, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for the update on the Orioles game. He always gives me updates on the Orioles game. And Magic of the Mouse TV, welcome in as well. Hope you're all doing well. It's just a funny, but look, nobody was ultimately hurt in the making of that video. It was so funny. Oh, it's amazing.
They had to lower the bottom bar of the Steamboat Willie boat down,
so nobody else could go through it again. Oh my gosh! But what's funny, what's amazing about that video, I don't know how we got on this topic now from what we're supposed to be talking about, is how that person didn't fall into the water. That's what's really amazing to me.
Force perspective? No, but you know that water is like not ankle deep, about waist deep.
Yeah, I figured that. I was just surprised they didn't go into the water, that they still stayed on the boat. That's what shocked me. I'm going to pull it up and watch it now.
That is. Thank you, James. I really appreciate that.
What did he say?
Oh, you just put my link in the.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
That is funny. Well, we are coming up on 9 o'clock now. For those that don't know, the Viapree project is not going live tonight at 9 o'clock. They are not going to be going live this week. So I'm not sure if there's really anybody after us. But I know it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning where Dan is, so I'm not going to hold him. But for sure, Dan, let me just say thank you so much for joining me tonight, buddy. I really appreciate it. You are fantastic as usual. You're my partner channel, and we're always honored to have you as a partner channel, pal. Tell everybody what's coming up, because you got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. This was so much fun. I always love sort of hanging out and catching up and doing these fun streams with you, and also a wonderful, wonderful partner channel. So, yeah.
Appreciate it, pal. Thank you.
Hit that subscribe button on Voyage channel if you haven't done also already. So, for me, so normally I have my Disney Fiasco show, 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. This Saturday at 7 p.m. I won't be doing a show, but there will be a premiere as I am going away on Friday for a week. And I'll be ranking every single Disney restaurant I've ever been to. It's a lot. Bring popcorn. You're going to get hungry. I guarantee you're going to make you hungry. So that'll be premiering at 7 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. Normally it'll be Disney Fiasco, my main show, but this week is a different case. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Walt and I are back always. We do our Disney movie review. Again, not this Sunday, but the week after. We'll be reviewing Tangled on Walt's channel, not my channel, but this channel. I'm so excited for Tangled. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome.
We've got a very, very special guest for this one.
We do. We have a special guest for this one.
Pascal is hiding somewhere, so we've got to go find him and bring him out. And what else? Disney Nuts will be on Gonzo's channel this week at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Thursday, right?
Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Disney Food Friday. I know I haven't done these in quite a while. We're just we're just sort of getting that sort of sorted. I've got a lot of stuff going on, but basically this week, going into next week, vlogs, lots of vlogs to make up for the streaming I'm missing next week. But this is going to be fun. And Bill just said, "Are we talking your favorite Disney meal?" No, we're talking about my favorite restaurants in terms of food, theming, dining experience, service, value.
Downscale.
Pickle tacos on the. You might as well block me downscale because this is sit down menu. So it's all sit down restaurants.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's about 30 different restaurants. So
that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, follow me Twitter, Instagram, and I think we're on the road to 2,000 subs. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so.
Yes, he's very close to 2,000.
We are, I think, about 150 away. So nearly 100 away. So I'm really excited. So yeah, that's me. That's
awesome, bud. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to Dan, someone put his link to his channel in the chat, please. Let's get him to 2,000. He should already be there. He's a great channel. Wonderful content. You guys know him. He's one of the first ones to really go live, and let's see if we can get him there. As for us, Melissa and I, we got a lot coming up. Obviously, DISANITY tonight. The movie reviews with Dan on Saturday, Sports Night on Saturday. Movie review with Dan on Sundays, Sports Night with Steve on Saturdays. This weekend, we have 2 live streams coming to you. We have a live stream. Now, they're both early morning live streams, but we're coming live from Animal Kingdom on Saturday and live from Magic Kingdom on Sunday. And for all of those who are members, we have a man versus park video coming. But it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be woman versus park, as I have a scavenger hunt ready to go for Melissa. And this Saturday or Sunday, we're gonna vlog it. Melissa's got a scavenger hunt that she's got to complete at Magic Kingdom. So if you're a member and you're in our highest tier, another Man versus Park video is coming, and a Around Town video is coming for everybody else that's a member. It's a good time to be a member for sure.
Is one of the questions, go find Dan's favorite snack?
I can add it.
And put it in a box and send it to me. No.
It's so funny. But yeah, so Melissa's going to be doing her very first woman versus park, as she has to do a scavenger hunt. And it's going to be awesome. She's going to have a tough time, I tell you. She's got some hard ones. But everybody in the chat, thank you to everyone in the chat for being here so much. You guys always have a choice of where you spend your time. And you spent it here with us tonight, and we appreciate that. We're honored and very grateful to have you. Thank you to our mods for Donna, James, and everybody that's been posting our links and everything. You guys have been fantastic tonight as well. Yep, a scavenger hunt for Melissa alone. She has to do it. Yep, I can't help her. I'll be there to film, but she has to do it. No hints, no nothing, other than what she has to look up. But other than that, guys, I think that's everything. But again, thank you all for being here. I always lose track of what I'm talking about, Dan. you would think it was 2 a.m. for me.
Hey, dude, it's why we could talk for hours and hours and hours, and this is
Yeah.
It's why.
Nate!
Hey, Nate, what's up, man?
Nate, paging Mr. Morrow. What's up, Nate? Good to see you. Everybody knows Nate.
Did you know Nate is my Carousel of Progress singing buddy?
He is.
He is.
Oh my gosh! No, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We met Nate too. He's a great guy. Be sure to check out Paging Mr. Morrow. Oh, Tina McNeil. Thank you, Tina, for that. Tina just became a member. Thank you so much, Tina, for becoming a member. We're very honored, and thank you for that. Thank you for your generosity. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
It's my member.
And that's fantastic for sure. But yeah, we have that new video coming up, and we have another Around Town coming up. But that's going to be a fun video as well. I'm not telling you where we're going, but we're going somewhere non-Disney. That's the whole point of Around Town for our members as well. So a lot coming, guys, and we appreciate all of you. Dan, how do you sign off for your channel? Eat more.
What should we go with this week? Baklava from Tangerine Cafe when it's open.
It's true. Melissa loves it.
It's great.
She loves it, man.
It's live your life with a smile each and every day.
That's right. Tina was a member. And yes, Dan, that's great. She upgraded. Thank you, Melissa. I'm sorry. That's fantastic. See, Dan, I'm all over the place. Deborah's in the house. Dreamer Deborah, welcome in. Been watching but couldn't comment till now. Well, I'm glad to see you. Can I think of one more question to keep you up longer? No doubt.
If it's an open-ended question, I'll be here for hours. So keep it closed. I just love the fact that people are just coming into the chat as soon
I know, they're just coming in. Sherry's here now. What's up, Sherry? Another one of our members. Sherry, good to see you, dear. We're just heading out, too.
Are we?
Yeah, we are. We're heading out. I'm going to get you to sleep so you can get some rest.
Oh, but, yeah, it's 2 a.m. I didn't realize.
Yes, exactly. But guys, again, thank you for being here. And we always sign off by saying take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you all really, really soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Peace.